Good morning, all of you. So as we know, in our today's class, we are going to study the next concept is understanding when the body is falling freely, like in the sense of instead of moving on the surface of the ground, if it is falling freely, then how it will be motion and what we have to study, that is all we will study. That is what we can say Newton's third law of motion and gravitation. What we should call Newton's third law of motion and gravitation.
Gravitation.
Please keep it in. This is all, see, till yesterday what I have taught, Kepler's law of planetary motions. Yes or no? So we have been studied that. So Newton used which law of Kepler's law to derive the universal law of gravitation? Which law?
So Kepler's third law.
Kepler's third law. Yes or no? So Kepler's third law as used by Newton to derive the universal law of gravitation. Yes or no, Ra? Correct?
Yes, sir.
In our today's class, we are going to see the next concept is, good morning, Alana, are you there? Respond me. Darun also not there. So, Newton's third law of motion and gravitation. What is that? Newton's third law of motion and gravitation.
Gravitation.
NCERT textbooks and all, it won't be there. Directly, they will give you a word called as free fall. Have you noticed it? But before that,
Yes, sir.
this is not a new thing, but you have to know. So that is what. Please, all of you keep heading. Newton's third law of motion and gravitation. Newton's third law of motion. Third law of motion and gravitation. Okay, so now let us discuss what do you mean by this Newton's third law of motion and gravitation. As we know that Newton's third law, what is Newton's third law? Please respond me, everybody. Newton's third law.
Action is equal
Every
to
force also
opposite reaction.
Reaction, there is an equivalent opposite reaction. That is
Opposite reaction.
Newton's third.
minus reaction.
Yeah,
Minus reaction.
Opposite means minus only.
Is equal to minus F.
The second chapter, that is force and laws of motion. Is it yes or no? Is it yes or no? Manya, Samya, everybody? I think everybody joined Laksha also. Very good. Thank you. So as we know, action is equals to minus reaction. So now let us discuss as we know. Understand, if any object exert force on another object, then the second object also exert an equal and opposite force on the first object. That is what we used to call as what? Newton's third law. Yes or no? Good morning. So
Yes,
now
sir.
you can see, for example, you can consider two objects. This is the object 1 and this is the object 2. So let me consider this is the object 1 and this is the object what, guys? Object 2. Now, object 1 is exerting force on object 2. Object 1 is exerting force on object 2. Means, let me imagine that is F21. So what do you mean by F21? The force exerted by 1 on 2. What is that? The force exerted by exerted by 1 on Umra 2 is called as F21. What we should call Ra? F21.
F21.
The force exerted by 2 on 1. What will come, guys? By the time, can you guess it and tell me?
F1, 2.
F12.
That is called as the force exerted by 2 on 1. That is called as F21. So now, according to the Newton's third law, as we know that F21, which is equals to minus F12. Is it yes or no? Minus
Yes, sir.
F12.
Sir.
What we should call it as? What is that? Newton's third law. Yes or no? Please respond me.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Reaction, there is an equal and opposite reaction. If one body is exerting force on another object, then the second object also what? Will exert an equal and opposite.
Opposite force.
Yeah, if you'll remember here, all of you, the Newton's third law of motion, also you may remember, it is good for the force of gravitation also. You have to remember this. Newton's third law of motion also holds good for what? Good for the force of gravitation. Sir, what do you mean by this? You are saying it is good for gravitation also, force of gravitation. What does it mean? Let us discuss now. As we know that Earth exerts a force of attraction on any object. Is it yes or no? Is it yes or
Yes,
no?
sir.
Yes. Suppose, for example, sir, why are you saying that Newton's third law is applicable to force of what? Force of gravitation. For example, see, as we know that, for example, if you consider this is the earth, what is this called as? Earth. Now, here some object is present. Now, if earth is exerting some force on this object, let me imagine that force is F object earth, FOE. Object means O means what? Object, correct or not? And E means what? Earth. Now, this object also will exert same force on the earth. Is it yes or no? Is it yes
Yes,
or
sir.
no, guys? That is what.
Yes,
So
sir.
that is the reason. So when the object is falling towards the earth, this here which force is acting? Gravitational force. What is that? Gravitation.
Gravitational force.
Or else we can say gravitational force, or else we can say what? Force of gravity. Understanding? Force of gravitation. Understand, guys? Everybody. So that is the
Yes,
reason.
sir.
Any object, if earth is exerting some force on some object, then that object also will exert what, Rajavarshini? The object also will exert a force of
on earth.
Force on earth.
a equal force of attraction on whom, Ra? On earth.
On earth, sir.
In which direction? In
Downwards
Opposite
direction.
direction.
Opposite direction.
That is why we can say Newton's third law is also applicable for what? It is good for usage of what?
Gravitation.
Gravitation, force of gravitation. That is, you should remember. So, in the case of force of gravitation also, Newton's third law is applicable or not? Applicable or not, Tarun?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Not only. So, tell me, somebody is asking something. Okay. Now, for example, you take, suppose a falling object attracts the earth towards to the earth itself. Is it yes or no? If you throw any stone, if you throw any fruit, if you throw any object, again it will attract towards to what, guys?
Earth.
Towards to the. But you can say when an object says, for example, a stone is dropped from a certain height. I have dropped from a stone from my terrace. Then it will get accelerated and falls towards to the water. It will fall
Towards to the ground.
earth. Why? Because the stone comes down due to force, due to the gravitational force of
Gravitational force.
Gravitational force.
exerted by whom? Exerted by the.
Exerted by the
Earth.
earth.
That is you have to remember. So now observe very carefully. That is what I am going to explain very carefully, guys. Now here if you'll observe, let me imagine this is the surface of the earth. What is this? Surface of earth. Now, as we know, just now I said the Newton's third law is also good for what? Force of gravitation. Correct or not? Now let me
Yes,
imagine
sir.
from the certain height. From the certain height, if I will drop, this is what we can say. What is this called as? Roof. Understand, Ra? So now you can see, for example, here Darun is standing. Darun, are you there in meeting? Say yes. Darun? Not there, Tarun? Okay. Let me take now Shruti only. So Shruti is standing here. So Shruti is standing here. So now Shruti is having something in her hands. What is that? In her hands, she is having stone. What is that, Ra? Stone. Now, she will release this stone. What will happen, Pradosh? The stone will start falling downward.
Stone will falling down, sir.
So it will accelerate, understanding, towards down, towards understanding, towards earth, and fall down. Is it yes or no? Falls down.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Due to what? Due to gravitational.
Gravitational force.
Gravitational force of the
Due
earth.
to gravitational. Till now I have not taught gravity. Only gravitational you should remember. Due to gravitational force. Understand, Sai? Maitreyan? So due to gravitational force, the stone is moving towards to the earth. It is accelerating towards to the earth. Now, means in the sense of what? Earth is exerting some force on this stone. Is it yes or no? Is it yes or no?
Sir.
Earth is
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
some force of attraction on the stone, so that the stone is coming down. So as we know that if the stone also exert an equal and opposite force, just now we are saying if whatever the force exerted by the earth and the stone also should exert what? Equal and opposite
Equal and
force.
Opposite force.
Opposite force on the earth. But my question is here, why don't we see the earth is rising up towards to the stone? Only why the stone is coming towards to the down? So let us we try to.
Sir, because
So because of the mass.
So that you all people know. So we are not seeing that Earth is not moving, not rising towards the stone. Why the only stone is moving towards the Earth? We will see that. Because if Newton's third law is same, every action what? Every action there is an equal and opposite reaction.
Opposite
Earth
reaction.
is exerting some force on stone, then stone is also exerting same force on the Earth. But Earth, understanding, Earth is not moving towards to the water. Mavanesh, Darun, respond me,
Stone.
everybody, Manya Samaya.
Stone.
Stone.
Not moving, we are not observing. Earth is not moving towards the stone, only stone is moving towards to the earth. Yes or no?
Yes.
That is why now people maybe understand what is our today's class. Newton's third law of
Third law of motion and gravity.
Understand, guys? So, according to Newton's third law, if there is an action, then definitely there is an equal and opposite reaction.
Opposite reaction.
Only if I will throw the stone, stone is coming towards the earth, not earth is moving. If I'll throw even a very big object also, stone is only moving towards the earth. If I'll throw a big object, like suppose aeroplane also you can take. If I'll throw from certain height, if I'll throw any object from certain height, understand me? Only that object is coming towards the earth. If Newton's third law is true, then earth also should move towards that object. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But it is not moving. Why? Let us discuss. It is not a new concept which is already well-known equation for us. So we will try to answer this question according to our known data. So as we know, now I will show you one picture. All of you observe very carefully. In that picture, Earth attracts a stone moving toward downwards with a certain force. So the stone attracts the Earth upwards with an equal force. That is what we have been studied. That is what Newton's third law. Yes or no? But we can see stone falling down because due to its small mass. What is that? Due to its small mass.
Small
mass.
How that? Let us discuss now. So the phenomena behind here is very simple. As we know, what is the Newton's second law? Everybody from the Newton's second law, respond me.
Is
Force
equal
is
to
equal
UT
to
plus
mass
half
into
AT.
acceleration.
Now,
No, sir. No.
see,
Force
Newton's
is equal to
second law,
mass into
brothers,
acceleration.
Newton's second law,
Force is equal to mass into acceleration.
that is. So now, observe very carefully, guys. Here something is falling down. What is that? Can you able to say? Stone. Yes, sir?
Stone.
Stone I have been dropped from certain height. I have been dropped from certain height. So it will accelerate uniformly or non-uniformly. It is accelerate always uniformly rate.
Uniformly.
What force? What is the uniform acceleration? Gravitation force. G equals to what? 9.8
9.8 meter per second.
Meter per second square.
calculated. Only we have calculated the force exerted by the earth, which is equals to 9.8 newtons we have done. Yes or no? Not meter per second square. Be very careful. Okay, we have not done. So the stone is in uniform acceleration towards the earth. Why means, so from the Newton's second law, all of you note it down. So from the Newton's second law, as we know, what is that? Force is equals to what? Mass into
Force is equal to mass into acceleration.
acceleration. No, acceleration. So here, acceleration means what it is happening, guys. So as we know that now, what is the relation between force equals to mass into acceleration? From that, acceleration is equals to what? Acceleration is equals to what?
Acceleration is equal to force by mass.
Force by mass.
Acceleration equals to force by mass. Means acceleration is inversely proportional to what? Mass.
Mass.
Acceleration is more, mass is low.
Mass
If
is less.
mass is inversely proportional to acceleration, so mass is more.
Mass is more.
Acceleration is less.
In the case of stone, in the case of stone, and as well as earth, why? What is happening? Why the earth is not moving? Why we are not observing earth is not moving towards the stone? Because earth is extremely large. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Extremely. So extremely large compared to the stone. So stone mass is even negligible compared to the mass of the earth. Will you accept that, guys?
Yes, sir.
The stone mass is negligible even compared to the mass of the stone, mass of the earth. That is why we are observing only what, guys? Stone is moving towards to the earth, not earth is moving towards to the stone. Purinjicha,
Yes, sir.
Maitrayan, Sai, Alana, Shruti, Manya, Samya, everybody. That is what you have to remember.
Yes, sir.
This is what we should call as Newton's, what is that? Newton's third law of motion. Newton's third law of motion, and as well as gravitation.
Gravitation.
So F is equals to what? F is equals to A
M
equals,
into A.
A equals to F by M. So if for
F
example,
by M.
so how much big stone you people will throw? Maybe one kg. Is it yes or no? Maybe
Yes,
1
sir.
kg. But if we'll take understanding what is the the acceleration produced by stone is how much? Acceleration produced by stone is how much? 9.8.
Sir, 9.8
newtons.
meter per second.
Newton.
Sir.
If you take 1 kg stone, the acceleration produced by the stone is equals to how much? 9.8 meter per
9.8 Newton.
but if we'll take the understanding, suppose for example, acceleration produced by earth, how much it is, because earth mass is what? Very, very huge. Yes or no?
Large.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That is why you
Yes,
can
sir.
see. Actually, this force, acceleration also we can calculate. I will say, but I am saying the direct value. Listen, the acceleration of Earth is when the stone is falling towards to it, 1.63 into 10 power minus 24 meter per second square. Do you understand, guys? When the stone is falling,
Sir.
stone is falling towards to the earth. Understanding? So acceleration produced by it, the stone is equals to how much, Ra? 9.8 meter per second square. Understand, guys? But acceleration produced by the earth is equals to 1.64 into 10 power minus 24 meter per second square. It is extremely small. Yes or no, Shruti? This is extremely
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Understand, Shruti? Manya, Samya? This value, see, no textbook also will be there. So that is what I am saying. What is the acceleration of Earth? 1.64 into 10 power
4 into 10 power minus 24 meter per second square.
So you can see, since this acceleration produced in the Earth is extremely small or extremely big? Extremely big.
Extremely small.
Is small, sir.
Because it is what? Minus 24. Purinjicha, 1.6
Sir.
to 10 power minus 24
Minus
meter per second square. This
Sir.
is extremely small value. Understand, Ra? Please respond me.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Extremely small. So that is why we cannot observe what? Earth is moving towards to the stone and only stone is moving towards to the earth. Understand, Jayvarshini? Laksha? Clear?
Yes, sir.
That is.
Yes,
So
sir.
what is the acceleration produced by 1 kg object? 1 kg object is 9.8.
9.8 meter per second square.
1 kg object is
9.8 meter per second
towards the earth. Earth acceleration is how much? 1.64 into
1.64 into
10
10
power
power
minus
minus
24
24
meter
meter per
per
second
second
minus
square.
24 meter per second square.
So compared to the mass of acceleration of the body object, earth acceleration is extremely small, so that we are not observing the motion of the earth towards to the falling stone. Okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please note it down, right? These values you have to note it down, everybody. Shruti, note it down. Yes or no? That is.
Sir, 1 second, sir.
Yeah, note it down. Draw the diagram and try to explain. This is what we should call draw. What is our concept? Newton's law of motion and gravitation.
And gravitation.
Force is equals to what? Force is equals to mass into acceleration. Acceleration is equals to force by mass. So acceleration is inversely proportional to mass, or we can say mass is inversely proportional to acceleration. That is. So now here you have to write the statement. Write one statement. Due to very large right. Since
Sir.
right. Since acceleration and mass inversely proportional to each other.
Sir, due to
Since due to what? Since you write. Since acceleration is inversely proportional to the mass, the acceleration produced by stone, the acceleration
Produced by stone.
produced by stone is extremely larger than acceleration produced by whom? Produced
By
by
earth.
earth. So what is happening? Anybody? So we cannot see the motion of the earth towards the falling stone. So we cannot see the motion of the earth towards to what, guys? Towards to falling stone. Is it okay, guys? Shruti, everybody
Sir,
respond.
1 second, scroll up, sir.
Okay, that is. Now, what is the acceleration produced by Earth? You have to note it down that values. What is that? 1.64 into 10 power minus 24 meter per second. And what is the 1 kg stone producer? Elamukkel, Darun, Maitrayan, Sai,
9.8 meter per second.
9.8 meter per second.
9.8 meter per second square. Understand, everybody? Shruti, that is what you have to remember it. Draw this diagram also. So this concept is called as what? Newton's third law of motion and as well as gravitation. That is you should remember. Okay, guys?
Sir, 1 second, show the definition, sir.
Okay. Definition illa. It is explanation. Okay, do. Any doubt till here?
No, sir.
Okay. Shall we start now? Yes or no?
Wait, wait.
Okay, do.
Completed, sir.
Okay, let them complete. Girls also. Girls completed.
Yes,
Devarshini,
sir.
Manya and
Yes, sir.
Samina.
Completed, sir.
Yeah, okay. Do you understand this concept? What is for Newton's law of motion and gravitation? Clear? Everybody doubt? Anybody?
Sir.
So now the somebody will.
No, sir.
Newton's third law is true. Then why the Earth is not moving towards the moving body? Moving body. Why? Because of extremely large mass. Understanding? And the acceleration produced by the Earth is what? Extremely small. Understand, Ra? Please respond me. And what is the
Sir.
acceleration is inversely proportional to mass, or else mass is proportional to acceleration. So,
Acceleration.
is it okay? That is what you have to understand. Now, if you'll understand this concept, so here you may be understand by this time, object is moving on the surface or falling towards to the earth. Falling towards to the earth. Correct or not? So,
Yes, sir.
if any object is falling towards to the earth, if any object is falling towards to the earth, understanding from a certain height, because of which force, Ra? Because of
Gravitational force.
gravitational force, because of the force of attraction by the earth. If some object is falling towards to the earth, then that is called as free fall. What we should call? Free fall. So all of you keep reading. The next concept which we are going to study is FRE, free fall. Please note it down. Free fall. Okay? Understand? Shall we start? So what is free fall? What is free fall? If any object is, this is Earth is exerting which force, Ra? Force of attraction.
Gravitational force.
The force of attraction. That is what we should call as understanding gravitational force. So due to the force of attraction, if any object is falling towards the water, any object is falling towards the earth. Understand, guys? Object is falling water from certain height, falling towards the earth due to water. Shruti?
Force of attraction because of gravitational force.
Is called as free fall. If any object falling from certain height due to force of attraction, is called as what? Is called as
Free fall.
free fall. Understand, Sai? Maitreyan, everybody write the definition. The falling of a body also we can call as what? I can call sometimes body, I can call sometimes object. Both the meaning is what? Same only. Remember that. Okay? Right now.
Yes, sir.
The falling of a body, or the falling of a body from what? From certain height. What is that? From a height from a height, from a height,
Yes, sir.
from a height towards the what? Shruti, towards the what? Elamukil, Laksha, Manya,
Towards to the earth.
towards to
Towards
earth,
to the earth because of
towards
force.
the earth, towards the earth, under the which force, Ra? Mamanesh?
Gravitational force.
Under,
Force.
Gravitational force.
under the gravitational force. Gravitational force, under the gravitational force of earth, of earth, of earth. And you one more thing remember, and one more thing remember, air friction also should not be there. Only due to what force, Ra? Only due to gravitational force. No
Gravitational
other force should act, like in the sense of air also should not be present. Understand the Elmokil, Tamil Selvan?
Yes, sir.
Why I am saying this word, you people understand when I will explaining, suppose one big stone and one small stone, if I will drop from the from a certain height, then which stone should reaches the ground first? Which stone will reaches the ground first? According to you, small stone. Is it yes or no? But
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
both the stone
because
will
small stone
reach-
mass is less, more acceleration. That is what your explanation. Is it yes, guys?
Yes, sir.
So if I drop the two stones from the certain height, one is a big stone, another one is a what? Small stone.
Small stone.
Then, as we know that according to the Newton's third law, which body will reach us first ground? Which
Sir,
body?
both the bodies.
Small body.
No, only smaller object will reach us the ground first. But it is not happening truly because free fall means, freely falling means only under which force, Ra? Only under gravitational
Gravitational
force. And bracket you remember, no other forces, understanding of no other forces acting on it, like frictional force or any other manual forces and all. Do you understand, everybody? No other forces.
Sir.
Yeah. No other forces acting on it. Only which force should act, Ra? No other forces acting on it. Understand, Sai? Acting on it. Only gravitational force. Then
Gravitational
what
force.
is it called, Alamokil? Tamil Selvan? It is called
Free fall.
free
Free
fall.
fall.
Understanding, gravitational force of earth is called free fall. Please note it down. Laksha, understand, Laksha? Manya Samya, called free fall. So, if any object is falling from certain height, only which force should act, Ra? If any object is falling from certain height, only gravitational force.
Gravitational force.
Only gravitational force. If any other force is acting, then definitely acceleration will change. Is it yes or no? So if only gravitational force is acting, then it is uniform acceleration. At uniform acceleration rate, it will keep on increasing. The acceleration will increase at a rate of 9.8 meter per second square. So it will reach us the ground. So that is what we can say called as free fall case. So free fall case what? Only gravitational force of earth should act. Understand, Ra? Gravitational force of
Yes, sir.
earth should act.
Earth
No
should
other
act.
force is involving. This is what we should call as what, Shruti? What we should call, Manya, Samya? Everybody, Hari, Sai?
Free fall,
Free
sir.
fall, we can say. Please write the definition and draw the diagram also. So earth, one object falling towards the earth, under the what force, Ramanish? Force of
Gravitational.
earth. Force of attraction.
Force of attraction.
Force of earth. Understand, everybody? And write the definition.
Yes, sir.
So no other force should act. Okay, Lamokil? No other force should
Yes,
act.
sir.
I will explain you the question. Yesterday, Maitreyan asked me one question. Sir, big stone and small stone will fall. Second question in exercise. Is it yes, Maitreyan? Respond me, Maitreyan. Big stone and small stone will fall at a time. They have given. Why? Give your explanation. Now, because of free fall only, I will say. So now, let us see, as we know, such a body we can say, the body which is under the free fall is called as freely falling body. What we should call that? Freely falling body.
Freely falling body.
The object which is in under free fall, whatever the object, that object name called as freely falling body. What we should call? Freely falling
body.
Called as freely falling object, whatever it is. The object which is under free fall, write it. The object or else such a object is called as, or else the object under free fall is known as freely falling body. What we should call? freely falling body or freely falling object. So whenever a body falls towards to the earth on its own, so we can say it is under what? It is under free fall. Understand, Ra? So whenever the body,
Yes, sir.
any body is falling towards to the earth on its own, means no other force is acting. What is that, guys? No other force is acting. Simply it is falling towards to the earth. Then we can say the body is under what, Ra? The body is under free fall.
Free fall.
Free fall.
That object is called as freely falling object. What was it called, Ra? Freely falling
Freely
object.
falling object.
Falling
Any
object.
object which is falling towards to the earth on its own, we can say that object is in under what motion, Ra? Free fall motion. Understanding? Free fall.
Free fall motion.
Yes,
That is
sir.
called as freely falling object. What is it called? Freely falling
Freely
object.
falling object.
Manya, Samya, Mavanish, Pradosh, Sai, Dharan, everybody.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Free fall motion. Now, let us discuss this free fall motion a little bit more in detail because it is very, very important. Now, you may be noticed it in movies and all, you may be watch some of the movies like Talaiva and all. They will go for bungee jumper. Have you seen it? Bungee jump.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Bungee
From
jumper.
certain height, they
Yes,
will
sir.
certain kind of rope and they will throw you down into the valleys and all. Is it yes or no? From the mountain.
Yes, sir.
So the bungee jumper, the falling down only under the gravitational force of the earth. What is that? Only under the gravitational force.
Gravitational force of
the earth.
He is said to be in which motion, Ra? He is said to be in free fall.
Free fall
motion.
motion.
Free fall, or we can say he is freely falling towards the what? He is freely falling towards
Earth.
the earth. That is you should remember. Understand, Maitreyan? Sai?
Yes, sir.
That is what you should understand. Sisters, respond me. That is so. That is if any person like bungee jumper. Maitreyan, have you seen bungee jumpers? Anybody?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bungee jumpers. You
Yes,
people
sir.
are very familiar with. I think you also tried one or two fellows. Is it yes?
No, sir. No, sir.
Anybody? Not tried. Okay.
No, sir. I'm fear of heights, sir.
Your fear.
Yes, sir.
No worry. You can jump, no problem. Nothing will happen. Full safety will be there. But scaring it is. Okay. So don't. Okay, if you are scaring, don't worry. As bungee jumper. What we should call? Bungee jumper. B-U-N-G-E. Bungee jumper. Okay. So this person is under only which force, Ra? Bungee jumper. Which is
Gravitational force.
Only in gravitational force.
only
sir.
under force of earth, force of attraction of earth. That is what we should call it as gravitational force of earth. So I can say this person is in what? This person is in free fall. Understanding? Free fall towards to the what? Towards to the earth. Understand?
Sir.
Alana, understand, Alana? Maitreyan, Laksha, Samaya. So that is
Yes, sir.
an example of free fall body, bungee jumper. Or else you can see the persons who are jumping from the aeroplane and all. Have you noticed it? Like army officers and all. They will
Yes,
come
sir.
down.
Skydivers.
Yeah, skydivers we can say. The skydivers and all. They are also under what? They are also under the free fall only.
Free fall motion.
That is you have to clear. So now, let us see one of our scientists, Galileo Galileo. You may be heard his name.
Galileo.
Yeah,
Galileo.
Galileo. So his name is understanding. So you may be heard in Italy, Pisa Towers. Have you heard a Tower of Pisa, which is bending?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
One of the wonder of world. Is it yes or no? Around we have a seven
sir.
wonders of the world. In that one of the wonder of the world,
Pisa
beautiful
Tower, sir.
is Pisa Tower. Actually, while constructing itself, because of some disturbance in construction, there is no proper plan. It has been little bit bended. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys?
Yes,
Sir.
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 What a specialty, but later it has not been fall down. Yes, that is what Lisa Towers we can Pisa Towers, Tower of Pisa, which is located in where? Which is located
Italy.
Italy.
Understanding? So the you can see this is called as a leaning tower of Pisa. What we should call? Leaning tower of
Leaning tower of
You
Pisa.
people already know it, I think. Is it as Leaning Tower of Pisa? You can see it is the seventh one. I think one of the wonder. I don't know which wonder, sixth or seventh, but it is one of the wonder. So I will show you here. Observe very carefully. Here, our scientist name called as Galileo. What's his name? Galileo.
Galileo.
This is called as Leaning Tower of Pisa. What we should call this one? Leaning Tower.
Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Leaning Tower of Pisa. Write it. Leaning Tower of Pisa. So, what is happening, sir? Why are you saying this one means here? You may be noticed it. Two stones are falling. What is that stones? One is big stone. Another one is what?
Small
Small
stone.
stone.
Big stone. Another one is small stone. But you may be noticed it. Both are accelerating at the same rate. Have you seen it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now I have been taken this leaning tower of Pisa. So Galileo, this is the tower where Mr. Galileo, Galileo. What's his scientist name? Galileo.
Galileo.
Galileo, Mr. Galileo, where he has done experiments, understand, with freely falling objects. So when two stones of different masses were dropped from the top of leaning tower of Pisa, they hit the ground at the same time. Same time.